And I now give the floor to Syria.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, my delegation believes in the critical role of the United Nations in disarmament to achieve the goals of the Charter, notably saving succeeding generations from the scourge of war. My delegation joins previous speakers in stressing the importance of countering the illicit trade in small arms and light weapons. At the same time, we stress that the General Assembly and its first committee are the most appropriate forums to address issues related to small arms and light weapons, as this allows all member states to table proposals and address relevant concerns. The GA and the First Committee provide the necessary framework to engage in a common endeavour to achieve the common objectives of member states. Mr. President, my delegation would like to take the opportunity of this open debate that you convened to make the following remarks. First, over the past 10 years, some governments have been supplying terrorist groups in my country, Syria, notably Daesh and al-Nusra Front, also known as Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, and other associated individuals and entities with different types of weapons, including small arms and light weapons. This aggressive approach has had serious repercussions. It perpetuated the crisis and claimed the lives of thousands of Syrians. Second, some governments, known to all, have funded the procurement of those weapons and facilitated their smuggling to other countries to destabilize them. My delegation considers this to be a flagrant violation of the Charter of the United Nations, the principles of international law, and friendly relations among states. It is a blatant violation of relevant Security Council resolutions on countering terrorism. These acts must be explicitly and clearly condemned, and deterrent measures must be taken. Third, my delegation stresses that facilitating the acquisition by terrorist entities of small arms and light weapons and other types of weapons constitutes a threat to the security and stability of our countries and exposes civilians, including women and children, to significant risks. Consequently, member states of this organization must make joint efforts to adopt regulating frameworks and measures to prevent the transfer of these arms and end the illicit trade. Fourth, my delegation stresses the need to enhance national efforts and intensify bilateral and multilateral cooperation to fight this serious phenomenon. Fifth and lastly, my delegation calls upon all states producing this type of weapons to ensure the application of legal restrictions to prevent illicit trade and to verify the final destination. It is concerning that some states do not fulfill their commitments regarding final destination and end-user agreements, allowing or condoning the transfer of significant quantities of their stockpiles to terrorist groups in a number of countries, including my own country. The Syrian Arab Republic calls for full implementation of relevant international treaties and for stopping the illegal trade in small arms and light weapons. We reiterate that member states have the right to acquire, manufacture, transfer, and retain these weapons for their defense and security needs and to protect their citizens. Thank you, Mr. President.
Muchas gracias.